Good morning, class 3. In this new literature chapter, we are going to read chapter 9, The Zebra's Pyjamas. And now you must wonder why the name of the chapter is The Zebra's Pyjamas, whereas zebra never wear pajamas. So let's find out what was the history. Have you ever wondered why zebra always wear pajamas? Of course, they cannot now remove them if they have become a part of their skin. So the zebras, they wear pajamas and they cannot remove them because it has become the part of the skin. So it is actually it's actually used, the pajamas word is used to represent the stripes of the zebra, because when we wear pajamas they are usually striped, so it looks like the zebras are wearing pajama. That's why they are termed as wearing pajamas. Okay. But long ago, in the days when animals behaved like humans, because we have evolved from humans, right? We have ancestors as apes and gorillas and even some other animals. So we have evolved from them. So long back, when the animals used to behave like humans, in the great animal world, and there was a great animal world, there lived a horse family. So we are going to talk about a horse family here, okay? And this all story goes back to the time when the animals used to behave like humans, okay? There were the brothers Stallion, Mule and Little Zebra. So there were three brothers, Stallion, Mule and Little Zebra, and their sister Palomino. You can call it Palomino or any other pronunciation. Since it's a proper noun, you can pronounce it the way you want. Stallion and Palomino are wild creatures, always on the move. So these both, the siblings, that means one brother and sister, these both were very wild creatures and always on the move. What is the meaning of always on the move? That means they're always working or running or playing, or always ready to run around or anything like that, which is very active. So always on the move. They loved nature and fresh air and would get up early in the morning just to go for a romp. So what's the meaning of a romp? So romp, whenever we are saying playing, like this word has been used here, just go for a romp. Romp means playing very wildly or very energetically. You play something and that's called the romp. It's a word used for playing energetically, okay? Known to be restless. Restless means they are ever working, ever playing, ever running and not rest at all. So restless, they could never stand still for a while. Some children, they always keep on making sounds and they keep on playing and doing different activities. They never sit quietly. So they were like that. They never used to sit or stand still, but they were always so romp and so restless, right? Okay. They always took an active part in whatever was happening around them. So whatever was happening, even if somebody's playing some cricket, they used to go and play cricket with them. Or somebody's playing hide and seek, they used to go and play hide and seek. Somebody's cooking something, they used to cut the wood and everything. So they were always participating in all the activities that was going around. So who were they? Stallion and Palomino. Palomino and Stallion. These both of them were they were very wild creatures and always ready to just play and very energetic and restless and never used to stand still even, okay? Now next is Mule. Who was a mule? Thou not as wild as his brother Stallion and sister Palomino, nevertheless had a wild streak in him which showed itself in the most unexpected moments. So now we are talking about Mule, and what we are saying that not as wild as both the others, Stallion and Palomino, not so much wild as them, but nevertheless had a wild streak in him, okay? That means the wild streak here is that because they were brothers and sisters. So some of the characters the mule drew from Stallion and Palomino. मतलब उन जैसा थोड़ा सा wild, थोड़ा सा crazy mule भी था, but उतना ज़्यादा crazy नहीं like those two. Okay. He was known to be stubborn but could work hard. So what's the meaning of stubborn? Stubborn means when you are very reluctant, like बहुत ज़िद्दी होना. You want somebody to do that, and that is being stubborn. So the mule was very stubborn but could work hard, but the mule was hardworking also. So he was stubborn, but he was hardworking also. Okay, little zebra. Now we are going to talk about the zebra. Little zebra, the youngest of the four. Youngest means सबसे छोटा. चारों में सबसे छोटा. Youngest of the four was very different from his brother and sister. वो अपने भाइयों बहनों से बहुत अलग था. Okay, he did not work like mule. वो mule की तरह काम नहीं करता था. Okay, he was not active like stallion and palomino. Stallion and palomino की तरह बहुत active and very energetic. No, he was not like that. All he did was swish his tail and laze about the house. So what's a swish? Swish is actually a momentary word. Okay, when you used to represent some moments, that is swish. Okay, so swish means when you want to make some hissing sound or a rushing sound, that's called a swish. Okay, yeah. In the mornings, when his brother and sister would go out for a run, little zebra could be seen wearing night pajamas, and he would refuse to join them. That means in the morning when stallion and palomino and mule, they all were going for work and they all were going for fresh air and run. Wearing pajamas, zebra always used to be very lazy, and he would never join them. He would just simply sit in the pajamas and just rest for the whole time. At night, when Stallion and Palomino would go for an after-dinner gallop. What's the after-dinner gallop? So, it is like whenever you eat dinner, after that you take a short walk or maybe you go for a walk. That's called after-dinner gallop. So, soon after the dinner, all the three of them, they would go for an after-dinner gallop, whereas Zebra would again refuse to join them, saying that he was feeling very heavy and sleepy, and he would promptly change into his pajamas and go to sleep. So soon after they are going for the gallop, he'll just say, oh, I'm feeling sleepy, I would rather go and sleep. And then he again wore those pajamas and go to sleep. Alright. Little zebra more or less lived in his pajamas, because every time he was wearing pajamas, because every time he was resting the whole time. So since he kept on resting the whole time, he was always wearing pajamas. Okay. However, as he was the youngest, because he was the youngest, सबसे छोटा था घर में, right? His brother and sisters never said anything to him. They would never say anything to him, because if you are the smallest kid in the whole family, nobody says anything to you, right? And so he grew lazier and lazier, और बहुत ज़्यादा आलसी से आलसी होने लगा. So it's like lazier, lazier, laziest. So lazy is the first stage, and then you get lazier, and then you get the laziest. Okay, so that's the lazier to lazier thing. One day the king of the animal world called all the animals for a meeting. So one day what happened, every animal was called, like we all have meetings in school, we all have. So just like that, there was a meeting in the animal kingdom also, and the king of the jungle, or king of the kingdom, obviously called all the animals for the meeting, right? It was to decide how the kingdom should be ruled. So it was all all were called there so that they can write down some common rules and regulations for the kingdom, and according to that the kingdom will be ruled. Okay, because there are various rules for everything, right? So rules have to be made. All the animals were to take part in the making decisions. So the king was like, every animal is going to tell something or the other, and then all those things they are going to list it out and make rules according to that. So every animal is going to contribute to the rules and regulations. Okay. Yeah, the horse family naturally was also called, everyone was called, so the horse family was also called, because all the 4 members of the family were called, right? Okay, Stallion and Palomino woke up earlier than usual, obviously, because Stallion and Palomino were very, restless and very energetic, so they just woke up early in the morning before everybody, went for their morning run. They just went for a run and were ready for the meeting. Mule too wake up early enough, did all his work and got ready for the meeting. Little Zebra was still in his pajamas, but as we all knew, because Zebra was very lazy and lazier and going to be laziest, that's why he was waiting and just resting in his pajamas. Okay, Mule nudged Zebra. Nudged, that means you just ask somebody to follow you, or maybe you want somebody to do, so you just nod it like this, it's like that. So, or you just push it or give a soft touch, so that is called nudged. So the mule also nudged Zebra, and his brother Stallion and sister Palomino probed him. Probed means poked him. That means saying like, hey, hello, you should also go, okay, like that. But he just refused to get up. So he was not ready to get up, not ready to remove his pajamas, always there and sleepy, okay. He was never able to wake up in the morning. So he was not able to wake up in the morning. Again, the same thing happened when the whole meeting was called and he was not ready to go there. They left home and went off to the meeting, but they were scared of what would happen because they all were, the zebra was the youngest and they loved zebra and did not say anything to him, but they were worried that what the king of the kingdom is going to say when he is getting to know that zebra is not here, because he did not get up. Okay, sure enough, the king noticed zebra's absence. So king has bull's eye and he noticed that where is the zebra? I cannot see him. He was furious to find that someone could disobey him. He furiously said, furiously means gusse mein aa gaya, and he was very, he was red hot, and he just said, how could somebbai disobey me? Koi meri baat kyun nahi manega? Okay, he demanded that zebra be brought to him immediately, and then he passed an order, mujhe abhi ke abhi zebra chahiye, right now. Stallion ran home as fast as he could. So Stallion, what he did, as soon as he heard that the king wants to see zebra, he just ran away as fast as he could and woke up zebra and told him that the king had ordered him to come immediately. You have to come, zebra, get up now, bro. Okay, poor zebra was so scared that he ran as he had never run before and even forgot to change his pajamas. So you know what happened? The zebra was wearing the night pajamas, and because he was so afraid that now the king is going to kill me, so he just ran so fast that he forgot changing his pajamas and he just ran the fastest of all. Seeing zebra in his pajamas became even angrier because king was expecting zebra to come in a good attire, in official clothes and fully dressed up nicely, but he was wearing pajamas, and the king got very angry because he was always angry, so he got angrier. Okay, this time he shouted at zebra for delaying the meeting and daring to come before me in your pajamas. You will now never be able to remove them. So here is the time-changing moment for the zebra. What the king says? The king says that for delaying the meeting, मतलब meeting में late आने के लिए, and daring to come before me in your pajamas, okay? मेरे सामने पजामे में आने के लिए, you will never be able to remove your pajamas. अब तुम इन pajamas को कभी नहीं निकाल पाओगे, okay? Your descendants too will forever have to wear them. Descendants means descendants are the kids who are going to have in the near future, like my kids or my kids' kids and my kids' kids. So all the descendants are going to wear the pajamas for the end of their lives, and from that moment every zebra wears a pajama. So that was the story and the question answers I have written and discussed in the PDF. Please check out the PDF for question answer and exercises. I hope you understood the whole story. The actual fact of telling you the story is how zebra started wearing pajamas, because the striped skin of the zebra looks like he's wearing a pajama. So it is from there that he was compelled to wear a pajama, and that's why all the zebras wear a pajama. That is all for the story. Goodbye, take care, stay home, stay safe.